takes to be the elite swimmer in India and anywhere in the world, but for that matter, is perseverance. Swimming is one of the most difficult sports. At an elite level, we train close to or much more than 60 kilometers in a week. I mean, even in athletics, other than the marathoners, nobody trains that much.
It's got the flamboyance. It's got the glamour. But it's a sport that has not yet made a big splash in India. In a country of 1.4 billion people, India is still searching for an Olympic medal-winning swimmer. One man is aiming to change that. Meet Nihaar Amin.
My name is Nihaar Amin, based in Bangalore. And have been coaching for 40 plus years now.
India's most renowned swimming coach and Dronacharya awardee.
I've been involved in every level of Indian swimming for this period of time. And I've had the honor to coach the top swimmers of India and produce almost every Olympian that has represented India in swimming over the last 20 years.
And he breaks down just what the problem with swimming in India has been.
The first thing is numbers. Although we are seeing quite a decent amount of numbers, especially here in Karnataka, we had a meet recently, a junior meet, and we had over 900 people, 900 youngsters in it, which was very encouraging, 900 plus. We have still a long way to go to match countries like the United States and China, for example, or even Australia. You know, Australia has the entire country of Australia has a population of close to one of our major cities like Mumbai or Delhi. The entire population. Okay, but still they have about 2.5 lakh registered competitive swimmers, and I don't think we can even find 15 to 20,000 in India.
It's been a mixed bag for India in swimming, especially in representing the country at the highest world championships and the Olympics. And the young stars in the sport who have shown promise have all trained under him. He's been their mentor and guru.
The highest performers in Indian swimming in the last 20 odd years have been from my stable, basically Sandeep Sejwal and Virdaval Khade, and who won Asian Games medals. In addition to that, we have a number of swimmers who are coming up and Olympians as well, such as the Dinidi Desingu at the last Olympics in Paris, and Sri Hari Nataraj as well. So so things are coming along quite well in terms of swimming. We have a number of events to cover, and swimming being, other than athletics, has the most amount of medals, with 37 medals currently available, and that will move by the 2028 Olympics to 41 medals with the introduction of the sprint events in the 50s. That is the 50 butterfly, 50 backstroke, 50 breaststroke.
Begin young, start early, start strong, and persevere. This sport is not for those who want instant results. That's Coach Nihaar Amin's mantra.
So initially, it's really up to the parents. When the parents are the ones who bring the children to the pool when they're about 5, 6, 7 years of age, normally around that age. But most parents are, they want instant results, and they get upset if their kids don't win medals nationally or whatever in the first 1 year or so. And that's a real challenge for us. Parents who want to get their children involved in sport, especially in swimming, need to set their targets for about 10 years. And when their kids are they need to look for results when they're about 19, 20 years of age at a minimum, and not like 13, 14, 15. Because of the parents. You don't normally find a 5 or 6 year old strolling into the pool and saying they want to swim. It's normally at a very young age. You get the kids are brought in by the parents, and we need to get them enrolled in a learn to swim in a grassroots program. But once they invest in it in a long term, they need to know when the handover happens to the coach, and the coach needs to take care of the coaching program, and where to back off as a parent.
And it's not just about being physically fit in this extremely demanding sport, but being mentally tough as well.
That is really the crux of the issue, the ability to perform under pressure. And swimmers that race often seem to have less pressure, but the ones who can handle pressure better, and that's more of a psychological thing than it is a physical thing. These days, I think we've diversified to the point where the swimmers have a fairly good backup system in terms of nutrition. They have a dedicated nutritionist. They have a mind coach, psychologist who helps in this more specifically than I can. As a swimming coach, I would deal with what's happening here to the pool and how they perform and their fitness levels here. They need to have a positive attitude. They need to work hard. We have a pretty tough training program, and they need to be able to cope up with what the demands of our workouts are. So they need to be regular and they need to work hard. So they need to come here with a great attitude, and they need to be enthusiastic to work hard. So I think that is the most basic requisite for me in the program.
And how do coaches ensure they remain on top of the curve to constantly guide their stars?
As far as young coaches are concerned, they need to educate themselves with best practices all over the world, and they need to be motivated. Generally, young coaches have a problem in terms of, today getting by is very difficult, and the amount of money they're making is an issue. And I think if they really want to succeed, they need to focus on the long term of development of their athlete, as opposed to how much money they're making here and now.
And learning from failure? What's Coach Nihaar Amin's advice for India's young swimming stars?
More lessons are taught from failure than from success. When you get a lot of success early in life, or whenever you do, you tend to relax a little bit. But if you're highly motivated, if you do not succeed, if you do not meet your goals, I think failure is not a good word. I don't believe in failure. I think these are just failures. When you don't achieve at the level that you want to achieve, or you don't achieve on one of your goals, these are just stepping stones along the way, and it should teach you a lesson about what not to do and how to do things better the next time. So I think when you don't perform at a high level, or perform to achieve the goals that you expect to achieve at, I think these are great learning opportunities and should be viewed as such. And that's exactly the way I talk to my swimmers and try to motivate them to do things better and to make less mistakes. And we basically do a post-mortem after every championship and see what went wrong and what we can do better the next time. And that is really the way to go about it, I think. Medals of process? Process, of course. I just said that a little earlier. These kids need to be peaking around between 19 and 24 years of age, pretty much. And if they're focusing on medals when they're youngsters, they're not going to go very far. The Padukone Dravid Center of Sporting Excellence. And since its inception, since it was started, and I'm extremely blessed to have this opportunity. Not all coaches in India have this. In fact, this is one of the few umbrella solutions in the whole world. There are very few all over the world where you have everything on site. I have my training facility, I have the physiotherapy, I have the sports science, the gym, the recovery, every single thing. We have the hostel. We have a hostel next door. We have about 2 or 3 restaurants, food. When you come here, you don't need to step outside for anything. And it is an extremely positive environment for our athletes to be in. The infrastructure here is world class, end to end. It's as good or better than anywhere in the world. And you'll find very few places. You'll find, for example, if you're training in one place, the gym will be 30 kilometers away. Your physiotherapy will be exactly 20 kilometers in the opposite direction. Here, everything is on site, and there are very few places like this in the world. We have enough tech in this country. We have enough infrastructure in this country. It's quite clearly, right now, the ball is in the court of the athlete, of the swimmer. I mean, 15, 20 years ago, I would have said, you know, we have to go abroad to train. You need to have a foreign coach. We don't have proper swimming pools in India. We have every single thing you need here. The ball is squarely in the court of the athlete to work hard and achieve. We have this pool you see behind is the exact same pool. It's a Murtha pool. This is the exact same pool that's being used in the World Championships and the Olympics. You have you have physiotherapists, you have mind trainers, you have extremely good tech that is available for the swimmers. There is no reason why we can't be perform. But we need to have much larger numbers in terms of grassroots. Our grassroots levels have got to be much higher. We need to get more kids involved.
चल रही है सांसें मेरी, जल रहा जुनून है, ये मिट्टी है मेरी, मैं मिट्टी का हूँ, ये छाँव ये धूप में बारिशों की बूंद हूँ, कोई रोक ना सके, मैं भारत हूँ, मैं भारत हूँ, मैं भारत हूँ, मैं भारत हूँ, भारत हूँ। मैं गिरता हूँ, गिरकर फिर संभलता हूँ, मैं चांद को भी मुट्ठी में तारों सा चमकता हूँ, मैं